If you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Sponsored by migardener.com, with over 450 varieties of non-GMO, heirloom, organic flowers, vegetables, and herb seeds, all for 99 cents. migardener.com. If you grow tomatoes, you might want to consider growing eggplant. Before you go to the effort, find out if you like eggplant. You can go to your farmer's market or grocery store, wherever it's available, and bring it home and see if you even like it. There's many different dishes in which you can make it. We like just cutting it about 1/4 inch thick, pan frying in virgin olive oil with salt and pepper. We find that to be a really good dish to make with it. It's not going to be as fresh as it would be if you picked it out of your own garden, but at least you know whether or not you want to waste the time of even growing it. It grows very similar to tomatoes. You want to start at about the same time, 6 to 8 weeks before your last average frost date in your area. And we can plant eggplant in many different ways to start it indoors. If you followed on our tomato planting series, we took varieties of tomatoes and we put 5 or 6, 7 in a cup here, and then when they sprout and get a couple of inches on them and get a couple of true leaves, then we will wean them back and find the best ones and place them in a root maker tray. With the eggplant, we'll have 32 cells. We're going to plant 32 eggplants, probably double up on some of them and make sure we have good germination rate. And that's it. That's all we're going to plant. Now we're planting several very unique varieties. We're going to plant the traditional Black Beauty, but in addition to that, we're going to plant this purple-white striped eggplant, this Turkish orange eggplant, long purple eggplant, and a Casper eggplant. So you want to mark these, obviously, when you're starting them, because you're not going to know what they are until they start to get ripe on the vine. So what we want to do here, you want to mark them somehow, so we're using plastic window blinds. And we're just going to make a little hole about 1/4 inch deep. If it's a 1/2 inch deep, don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. They're going to come up. These will take about 10 to 20 days to germinate. They need some warmth, sort of like peppers. So if you have an unclimatized greenhouse or basement in which you're starting these in, you might want to consider a heat mat of some sort. But ambient temperature, 68, 72, 75, somewhere in that range, would be fine. And you do want to have adequate light for them. So you can see they're somewhat on the smaller side of seeds here. Let's see, I do have 2 of the Casper ones that I was wanting to grow. There we go. So we're going to do these 2 rows here, and just really, I'm going to drop 1 in per hole, or attempt to. Okay, so far it's going well. And now what I have left over, I've got 2 left over, so I've got 10 planted. And that will assure me I'll get at least 6 to 8 good ones. Now, we're using good seeds from MI Gardener. Again, no matter what seed source you get from, you're not going to have 100% germination 100% of the time, so don't be fooled on that. Some seeds just don't germinate. That's just how it works. So I'll fill the rest of these up, and then we can water them in 2 methods. One, when we get done planting, we want to use cinnamon, just normal household cinnamon, to act as a antifungal. It has antifungal properties, and that'll prevent soil gnats from eating or laying eggs on the soil, as well as if there's any potential issue with damping off. That also helps prevent that. Also, watering consistently, making sure the soil is damp, not soggy, also will help with these. And we can water them from the top, but we prefer bottom watering, and that's simply filling the tray up with water about halfway up, letting the tray absorb from the bottom up the water, and then in about an hour or so drain off that excess water, because if you leave that water stagnant in the tray, your cells will not become damp, they will become soggy, and the seeds and everything is going to be hampered in the development, so keep that in mind. Also, a good sunny window, 3-season porch, west-facing window, or we recommend Happy Leaf LED grow lights, and there's a coupon code in the show notes if you're interested in purchasing them. So eggplants, very easy to grow, but first find out if you even like them, and there's so many different choices, not just the old purple one that we're all familiar with.
For more information, please visit thewisconsinvegetablegardener.com.